Welcome to Gooners and Sport, and tonight we're giving you the full match reaction and review from the game at the Emirates with Arsenal against Aston Villa, where it was a must-win game for Arsenal. So let's give you a rundown of the starting lineup today, and in goal it's David Raya. At right back, Yuri Timber returned from injury. In central defence, we have William Saliba, and Gabriel Magalhaes made his return today as well from injury, which was definitely needed. And left back, we've got Nkapie, who got a nod over Lewis Skelly. In midfield, it's Martin Odegaard, Martin Zubimendi, and Mikel Moreno, who's replacing Declan Rice, who didn't make the squad, must have got an injury from the Saturday game and didn't make it. Is knackered anyway, so it doesn't surprise me. So in midfield, it's Martin Odegaard, Zubimendi and Moreno. And the front three on the right, we've got Bukayo Saka. On the left, it's Trossard. And through the middle, we got Victor Gyökeres. And that's the starting 11 to face Aston Villa today. Arsenal also got Kai Havertz returning to the subs bench after a long layoff from injury. So the first half, both teams looked like they were up for it. They were both pressing high and not giving people space on the ball. First chance sort of came to Gyökeres when he got a header, which just went over the top and hit the top netting, sort of like a half a chance. But the real chance came for Ollie Watkins just after 10 minutes or so, when Gyökeres got dispossessed and lost the ball, and then someone played the ball through to Ollie Watkins, and really that should have been 1-0 to Villa. He tried to place the ball and it just went wide, and that was a let-off there for Arsenal. Then Aston Villa actually got another chance, and sort of like a high ball through the top. Arsenal were high up the pitch, and luckily the defence came back and sort of covered, but we were sort of running the risk there. And then Trossard sort of had a half a chance when a cross came in and he volleyed it. The shot got blocked though. And then after that as well, Trossard got a good cross in for Gyökeres. He sort of done a diving header. It just went over the bar. It was sort of another half a chance. Arsenal weren't getting clear-cut chances, but we were still sort of having half a chances. The game was quite tight. The first half, there's only 2 yellow cards, one for Arsenal, one for Villa. Mourinho and Rodgers got booked, and that's basically how the first half went. It was quite close. The best chance falling to Villa with Ollie Watkins. Arsenal had a couple half chances, and that's more or less how the first half really went. Not really much in it apart from the main chance for Villa, and it ended 0-0 at half time. On to the second half now, and straight away, 2 minutes in, Arsenal get a corner. Saka whipped the ball in, and Gabriel Magalhaes got his head to it and put Arsenal 1-0 up, and that was just a start Arsenal needed, because the first half, Villa probably had the more chances. Second half, Arsenal came out firing. Arsenal's next chance didn't take long to come after. Odegaard dispossessed one of the Aston Villa players. Brought the ball forward, played a good through ball to Zubimendi, and Zubimendi just finished it off and put Arsenal 2-0 up. Arsenal were firing, buzzing, and our towels were really up at this point. Then Arsenal got another corner, and Timber nearly got a chance. He put it over the bar. Arsenal were looking dangerous from corners, and set pieces were putting Villa in trouble. And then also Odegaard found himself in the box and put a shot over the bar, but really he should have done better with that. Arsenal then had another chance when Odegaard put through Nkapie, but he totally missed the ball. And that was a really, really good chance as well, which could have even put Arsenal further ahead. Arsenal were putting pressure on Villa, and then Trossard had a great shot just at the end of the box, and that put Arsenal 3-0 up, and that was probably the goal of the game. Arsenal's towers were up, Villa were dead and buried, and the fire what Villa was on was being put right out. That was the nail in the coffin really for me. Arsenal was 3-0 up, buzzing, towers were up, and Villa didn't know what hit them. Then Arsenal started running in some substitutions, and they took off Moreno because he was on a yellow card, and he was lucky to be on the field because he'd done another dodgy tackle, and we had to take him off and put on Norgard. Then a little bit after that, we done another double substitution with Skelly coming on for Gabriel Magalhaes because he took a little knock, so we thought we'd take him off to save as him. And Jesus came on for Gokares. And what a double substitution that was, because straight away Trossard put through Jesus from the left-hand side. Jesus was just outside the box, curls it past Martinez, and that put Arsenal 4-0 up, killed Aston Villa totally dead. It was home time for Aston Villa. It was bath time for Aston Villa. It was shower time for Aston Villa. Put them straight to the sword. Back on the motorway, home time for you lot, and that killed them dead and buried. It was a really, really good goal from Jesus. And then Saka came in with a good chance before he put it over the bar, and that was his last action before he came off for Madueke. And Yuri Timber also came off for Ben White to see at the last 10 minutes or so for Arsenal. Villa did manage to eventually get some chances. It did come in the 90th minute. A cross came in for Ollie Watkins. He got a header to it and it came off the post. McGinn did get himself to the rebound, but Raya pulled off a great save on the edge of the line and kept it 4-0. And then Villa got another chance when Marlon bullied his way through the box. It was like in the 6-yard box, got his shot off. It came off the post and Ollie Watkins tapped in the rebound and got Villa a consolation. Was about all they was going to get. Apart from that, they got a beating and a pounding from Arsenal. Great second half result for Arsenal. Great performance for the second half. First half was a bit slower. Second half, we really took it to them and gave them a good beating and sent them packing. Arsenal 5 points clear at the top. Extended our lead as well for above Aston Villa. And that will see through the year for Arsenal, top of the league, and hopefully we could carry this on all the way to the end of the season. Overall, it's been a good result and a great night for Arsenal. And thanks for joining me on Goonies and Sports. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.